Good morning, folks. Today is June 1st, 2023, and this will probably be my first gardening video of the year. I'm gardening in Kidder again this year. This is, I'm growing this so I can benefit from it, but I'm also doing it so that a class in August will have the opportunity to come down to work in the garden, see how things are done, learn how we do a Mittleider garden. And that class, for anybody interested, will be in August. Jim has links up so that you can sign up for the class and to get more information about that class. I'm playing catch up in the garden. Been doing a little tilling this morning, taking a break to make this video. So anyway, I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough of the garden today, show you how things are going, what we've got growing, and talk about what will be coming up in the garden in the future. This may be a little bit longer than my typical video. I appreciate you sticking with me and watching. I have 12 beds so far. I think that I'll probably end up with 12 to 13 beds, 30-foot beds in the garden this year. I have a partial row here. I'm going to have some herb and zucchini that'll be going in, I suppose I should show you, in the remainder of this bed. I've got kale. No, I don't. I have chard, and then bell pepper and a few jalapeno peppers growing on the other side of it. In this soil bed, I have entirely a row of beets. The students in the April class put the seeds directly into the soil for me here. I've got several empty places where we didn't get germination or the critters pulled it out. Got a lot of weeding to do in here yet still. Again, playing catch up. So I will be popping more seeds into the soil in this bed. I want a full bed of these beets here, and that'll be done before you see the next video. In this next bed, I have a mix of both celery and then cabbage. The cabbage is just now starting to form heads. It's been a weird gardening year. And you can see I have had the caterpillar moth that has shown up start to put holes in here. We went through yesterday and sprayed BT on everything that them little buggers will get into. In the row next to it, this is our cauliflower. We're starting to get heads formed on it. And we've got half a row of cauliflower, and then to our broccoli. And I am pulling heads of broccoli out, as you can see. Same thing with the broccoli. The cabbage moth has been eating on the leaves a little bit. We've got it sprayed with BT, and I will spray weekly for the foreseeable future. Down here, I've got 4 Brussels sprout plants. All right. The last soil bed, no, second to last soil bed. I've got yet another, I'll never do it again. I've said how many times now? Another full row of kale here. So anybody that's in the area, I'm going to have kale coming out of my ears. We just pruned 2 days ago. And this stuff, I've already got kale that I can harvest again. Full bed of kale. Okay, beyond the kale here and my tote with twine, I've got a couple of varieties of pole bean. I've got noodle beans and blue lake. Again, both are pole beans. I need to get my twine, not my twine, my wire run to the bottom, similar to what I've got on the tomatoes here. I need to get that put up, and this twine is going to start going up for these beans to go vertical on. Next to the beans, I have 2 varieties of tomatoes. We just pruned these guys also. We have big beef and 20 feet of them, so 26, 27 plants, and then 13 of the pink Siberian rose, or Siberian rose. This is an heirloom. On the other side, we have, again, the students did this for me in April. We put in 2 varieties of carrots, Danver and Imperator, and Danver would be on my right now, and they kind of come in spotty, so I need to come back through and re-sow seed in this bed. We do that with sawdust and sand, 1 part seed to 100 parts sand, and sprinkle the sand in, and it distributes the carrot seeds out fairly uniformly. It's a lot easier. And this is supposed to be parsnip, but I didn't get any parsnip come up, so this is also going to get redone. All right, next to this row, I've got a full bed of Vidalia onions. They're a sweet yellow, and this is going to be hopefully 170, 180 pounds of onions when they're ready to come out. Okay, on the weedy side of the garden, I've got a full row of sweet corn in here, and anybody that's following the nano product that I've been goofing with, and if you don't know, at some point I'll explain it a little bit. I have put 3 applications of the nano on, and half of this bed, and the other half I've used the weekly feed. And I'm going to show you, if you'll notice, that end is where I've been using the nano. And all of this corn was the same size when it went in, but I can already see a difference in the size of the corn where I've used the nano as compared to just the weekly feed. The weekly feed corn looks good, but the nano corn is significantly taller. I'm very interested to see what the results will be at the end of the year. I had similar results last year with onions, and I wonder if, well, I had better results with the monocots than I did it with the dicots. So I'm curious to see. Anyway, and we've got weeds to come out. Got a young man that's helping me, and he's going to help me with this. Got all of that squared away. I'm not going to grow anything in these beds, I don't think. Maybe a different variety of tomatoes that I've got. I'm going to try. I've got like 10 plants. I may put those in here. This is a full row of Yukon Gold potatoes. Again, the students helped me out in April. They took some of my crop from last year, cut it up, popped the tomatoes directly in the ground, and they are coming along nicely. Some of them come up a little later than others, but I don't think that we have a single instance where a potato did not come up. So outstanding, and thank you to the folks that helped me to put this in. My last bed, I have 20 feet of cucumber. I'm already harvesting cucumber. I do have some nutrient deficiencies in my cucumber. I had the same problem last year, and I'll kind of show you here. I've got a video talking about this yellowing, the scorching of the edge of the leaf. This is the onset of a potassium deficiency. I'm working at making that correction, and these plants shouldn't get any worse. All of the same type of cucumber. I forget which one. It's a slicing cucumber. I enjoy eating them, but here you go. I've got cucumbers here. And in this last section, I'm going to grow Malabar spinach. I'm going to put in some Malabar spinach. I'm going to goof with growing a zucchini vertically up twine. I've never done it before. I've always wanted to try it. I'm going to put at least one of them in this bed and try that, and probably some type of a winter squash. I don't know if I'm going to do spaghetti squash, sweet meat, something along those lines. I'm going to put more plants and finish out this row. Okay, there you go. What else? Oh, for anybody that's interested in coming to the class, this area here that I've been tilling, I'm going to continue to till. I'm going to continue to control the weeds. And if you come to the boot camp class in August, you will make your own soil beds in this area. So you'll learn how to do it. You will be in the garden, well, probably every day, and you'll have the opportunity to come down to prune. You'll learn how to prune the tomatoes. You'll learn how to prune the cucumbers. You'll be eating food that comes out of this garden in the meals, the amazing meals that Roxy and the crew that help her will be making for you to eat off of. There's going to be a lot of food, a lot of meals, and a lot of learning opportunities if you make it to the August class. There are typically about 30 seats that are available. There. Nice bell pepper. Plants are little, but we're starting to get warm. They're going to take off soon. Sorry, squirrel. Anyway, this is where that class will be held. You'll have the opportunity to work and learn in this garden, and it's a tremendous opportunity. You learn more in that week than you would even imagine. Anyway, I'm going to continue to do this, show you updates every so often, and you'll have the opportunity to follow along, see how the garden is growing. Perhaps the folks that were here in April will be interested and enjoy this to see the progress that's come along. Kind of disappointed in these carrots. They're a little slow, but there you go, folks. And remember the kale? The kale on this side was started at a different time, and the stuff that we put in on the end came from Idaho, was kind of little. You can't even tell the difference between them now. Pretty crazy. Garden is going well. I've got a lot of work yet to do, but there is a garden update. Thank you for watching. Happy gardening.